Well, the South Australian government has been sent into minority with MP Fraser Ellis charged with 23 counts of deception after an independent commissioner against corruption investigation into country members' allowances. Reporter Patrick Martin joins us now from Adelaide. Hi there, Patrick. Now, this has moved extraordinarily quickly this morning. Can you bring us up to speed?
Absolutely. So the state's anti-corruption watchdog Anne Vanstone QC made a rare public statement this morning confirming that first-term Liberal backbencher Fraser Ellis had indeed been charged with 23 counts of deception after an ongoing probe into the use of the taxpayer-funded country members' accommodation allowance. Now, that scheme allows regional MPs who live more than 75 k's from Adelaide to be reimbursed up to $234 a night when they are required to be in Adelaide on official business. Now, Ms Vanstone in her statement says it will be alleged that Mr Ellis made more than $18,000 worth of fraudulent claims and was claiming money when he was not in Adelaide. Now, this comes off the back of quite an extraordinary admission from Mr Ellis in the very early hours of this morning. State Parliament sat through a marathon debate about changes to abortion law here in South Australia, and he rose at just after 2 a.m. to inform the Parliament that he had indeed been charged. Let's hear a little bit of that now.
Mr Speaker, I am completely innocent and I will be vigorously defending these allegations to the full extent of my resources and the law. I repeat now what I have said previously, and my position has not changed. I have never acted dishonestly. Any error in a claim form completed by a relatively inexperienced member was simply that, an error. There is a significant difference between an error and any proof beyond reasonable doubt of a crime in a court of law. These were the result of genuine errors by a new member for which I have already apologised. I make this statement now, Mr Speaker, noting that there has been no public statements from the ICAC or the DPP because I have nothing to hide. My conscience is clear.
So, Patrick, how exactly did this all come about?
This expenses scandal, which has engulfed State Parliament, started off the back of an ABC investigation into several MPs and their use of this allowance. Now, that investigation forced the hand of State Parliament to release 10 years' worth of allowance records, and that prompted a number of MPs to repay money that they had claimed under that scheme. Indeed, Mr Ellis had repaid more than $42,000 under that scheme, and two former cabinet ministers also repaid thousands of dollars, which sparked a cabinet reshuffle late last year. So it has had a significant impact on the government here in South Australia, and with an election on the horizon in early 2022, it will certainly be prominent in the lead up to that.
Yeah, so what exactly does it mean for the Marshall government?
Well, the Marshall government was elected with a majority of 25 seats. However, Mr Ellis is now the third ex-Liberal to suspend his party membership and join the crossbench, which means they are now governing in minority. Now, Premier Stephen Marshall gave a press conference a short time ago and said that he had confirmation from Mr Ellis that he would continue to support the government's agenda from the crossbench, but Mr Marshall would not be drawn further given that the matter was before the courts. But safe to say, with an election so close, it remains to be seen just who will represent the regional electorate of Narunga, which is on the Yorke Peninsula. Mr Ellis told Parliament earlier this morning that he intends to run, but Mr Marshall says that he has to be a member of the Liberal Party, which he currently is not, to be the endorsed member, and he's not yet heard from the state executive whether there needs to be any adjustments made to the pre-selection process, which ran last year. So no doubt this will play a prominent role in the lead up to the 2022 state election.
Patrick Martin, thank you.